Today, we'll talk about antique ceramic jar. Traditional pot making in certain areas of the Philippines would use clay found near Sibalom River. Native Filipinos created pottery since 3,500 years ago. The jar looks old and full of dust. The height of the jar is about 3 to 4 feet. The paint of the jar is already fading. The jar is not shining because it is already an antique. The jar is heavy compared to other jars. The owner of this jar is my grandmother. She bought this jar around 1980s. My grandmother loves to collect things like this jar and other antique things. She decorated this jar in our house and sometimes put some decorations on top of it. Luckily, the jar is still in one piece. Traditional pot making in certain areas of the Philippines would use clay found near the Sibalom River. Molding the clay required the use of wooden paddles and the clay had to be kept away from sunlight. Other pottery used to hold remains of the deceased were decorated with anthropomorphic designs. These anthropomorphic earthenware pots date back to 5 BC to 225 AD and had pot covers shaped like human heads. Filipino pottery had other uses as well. During the Neolithic period of the Philippines, pottery was made for water vessels, plates, cups, and for many other uses. My grandmother told me that not all jars are meant for decoration. Some jars have different uses. Some are used for decorations and some are used for containers for foods and water. During the time of my grandmother, jars are popular because it has different uses. I can confirm this source a reliable one because my grandmother is a primary source because she is the owner of the jar. What is your prior knowledge? Jars are made of clay. Some jars are used for containers. Our ancestors are already using jars. Jars can be made into different styles by molding the clay to different forms. What is your newly acquired knowledge? Some jars are used to hold the deceased. Different sizes of jars have different uses. Jars and pots is far more advantageous than baskets and other organic containers. Jars were made to contain the organs that were removed from the body in the process of mummification. The historical backgrounds of pottery in the Philippines and to the other countries contributes to a clear documentation on the emergence of the rich pottery traditions of the country. It only proved that Philippines has a great civilization worth saying. At present, pottery has become a promising socio-economic activity to many places. Pottery in different areas of the Philippines become one of the most essential attributes of heritage and formation of one's identity. Looking back at historical accounts of pottery in the Philippines, pottery culture had become a part of our heritage. Due to archaeological diggings and historical studies, these traditions were known to have shaped the kind of living of every ethno-linguistic group in the Philippines. Pottery production in the Philippines revealed ethno-linguistic groups to have its own style, process, or technique to assemble and produce.